Don't break my Chana ball. Too much sinking. Hey guys, it's Erin, and it's time for another Kuroko no Basu anime episode review. Today I'm going to be talking about episode 33. Really quick PSA before we get started. If you have not read the manga, you should 167.8% at least go and read chapter 94 and 95, because the way they lead into SEIRIN's backstory in the manga is so much better than the way they do it in the anime. Not to mention, chapter 94 is basically one of the most hilarious chapters in Kuroko no Basu, of all time. And before we go any further, obligatory spoiler warning alert. If you have not seen episode 33 of the anime or have not read up to this part in the manga, you're gonna get spoiled. You're gonna have spoilers all over, and I refuse to be wrong, Bakebutt, because this isn't my fault. You're being wrong, Bakebutts. It's your fault. Episode 33 continues filling us in on SEIRIN basketball's origin story, and unlike last week, this week's episode felt much less fillery in terms of pacing and importance. Kyoshi's words seeming to have gotten through to him, kind of sort of in a roundabout way, Hyuga officially decides to join the basketball team, followed shortly after by Riko, and the clutch shooter is deemed captain, much to his hesitation. Via a fancy montage that Kuroko no Basu is no stranger to, we see the team train and win match after match thanks to their incredible teamwork and chemistry, particularly between Hyuga and Kyoshi. They're on their way to nationals when they face off against Kitasaaki Daichi in a match that ultimately leads to Kyoshi's knee injury thanks to some dirty basketball playing by fellow uncrowned king and just kind of a big bastard, HANAMIYA. Unable to return to the court, Kyoshi informs Hyuga and unknowingly Riko that he's choosing to do rehab only over surgery, an option that will give him only a single year to play basketball until he can never do it again. Continuing to compare to last week, this episode's pacing felt more on point in terms of what we're used to, whereas last week's episode, it felt rather slow and hard to invest in. The driving force of this was the development of Hyuga and Kyoshi's partnership, even if Hyuga seems to be kind of soon with it at times. Seeing how their dynamic began and the pivotal moments between them, such as Hyuga declaring that he hates Kyoshi and is yet the only one except for maybe Riko who can see through Kyoshi's forced smile, helps us appreciate what we already know about their present selves. Each interaction between the two of them reiterated how well Kuroko no Basu does character development. While they still feel like the intense Hyuga and aloof yet reliable Kyoshi we know them as, recognizable growth took place over these past two episodes, and it was done in a convincing way. The writers aren't pleading for the audience to care about SEIRIN's victories or their dismay. The characters compel this connection and this emotion themselves. This episode also decided to go, hey! Have you been lacking in some feels lately? Here, have some, you naive dummies. Rude. It's rude, you guys. Of course, it's this kind of feelings that make Kuroko no Basu so freaking fantastic in addition to the awesome, exciting basketball. So, the highlight of the episode was definitely after Kyoshi's, knee went snap by. But the hospital scene that ensues afterwards is one of those crucial effective moments that Kuroko no Basu is so gosh darn good at pulling off. Kyoshi's injury is a tragic aspect that many athletes face, and the whole reality of the situation, to watch somebody who absolutely loves a sport being unable to do it anymore, is heart-wrenching. Seeing his tears and his pain is agonizing, but Hyuga's words to him creates one of the most moving speeches of the series thus far. Holy butts, goosebump-inducing, Hyuga's speech was raw and intense, and it was a moment that reiterated why he is captain, and a really gosh darn damn good one at that. His natural leadership inspires and motivates the team even in their darkest moments, and his determination lays the groundwork for SEIRIN's never-ending refusal to give up on winning, even when they're defeated. Overall, it was definitely one of the best scenes of Kuroko no Basu thus far this season, and SEIRIN is best team, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Nope. Negative, nope, never, divide by zero, impossible. Another favorite scene that I don't really have that much to say about, but I still want to mention, is when SEIRIN saw Generation of Miracles for the first time. I thought that they transferred it from manga to anime incredibly well, especially the subtle way they showed Kuroko. It was fantastic. Animation-wise, I don't really have anything to comment on because it's been consistently great this season. Even the montage looked fantastic. Kyoshi's shirt had a wrinkle in it. A realistic wrinkle. Attention to detail, guys. Attention to detail. Finally, I have to talk about HANAMIYA. Freaking fudging, freaking tip-ball jack-faced. I hate him, but I also love him, but I don't like him very much. Since I've read the manga, I won't go into full details because I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I will say that HANAMIYA is the first real bad guy that's introduced into the series. While the Generation of Miracles are all kind of dicks in their own way, at least in the beginning, they are not out to inflict harm or pain on anyone, which is not the case with HANAMIYA. Not only does he threaten Hyuga, but he also notices the weakness in Kyoshi's knee and inflicts on him an incredibly debilitating injury. Basketball isn't about winning for him. In fact, he doesn't even seem to care that his team lost. In the few minutes we see him in this episode, he is happiest when Kyoshi goes down. He seems to bathe in other people's misery and suffering, making him a vastly different opponent than SEIRIN has faced in a match thus far. And no more details because I don't want to spoil you guys, but I must tell you that the Kiyosaki Daichi match is in my top 4 favorite matches of the entire manga. I love it so much. I'm so excited to see it animated, and I'm super stoked to have everybody else experience it that hasn't read the manga. It's so good. It's so fantastic. Oh god, there's stuff that happens, you guys, and it's great. Okay, no more. I'm done. If you would like to watch Kuroko no Basu, you can do so by clicking on a link in the description down below. That'll take you to a page where you can get a free trial, a free trial of a Crunchyroll Premium membership, meaning you can watch all the gloriousness that is Kuroko no Basu in 1080p without ads, so you should probably for sure, like, do that. Okay guys, it is it for my review of Kuroko no Basu episode 33. Let me know in the comments down below how you felt about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not? Did you maybe feel indifferent on it? I thought it was one of my favorite episodes of the season thus far, though I've also had a lot of favorite episodes. I don't know. I love everything. It's Kuroko no Basu. I love all of it. If you would like more of this weirdness and lots of Kuroko no Basu gifts reblogged, you should check me out on Tumblr, but you can also check me out on other stuff like Twitter, Instagram, my anime list, Crunchyroll profile, Hummingbird. All those links are in the description down below. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye! Only one hand? What was I thinking? Episode 33 continues filling us in on SEIRIN basketball's backstory origin, but... That is the second time today I've choked on my own spit. Making him a vastly different opinion than... Opinion? No. Where you can try out their premium membership free for 14 days, which means... I didn't think I was gonna get one in there at all. Yeah.